Hello everybody, my name is BKRose9, giving you another IPDL Season 3 battle. This week we are in Week 10 in a decisive playoff match battle against the Sport Lisbon Blazikens and Coach Afonso. This week we are up against a team of Mega Charizard Y, Kartana, Starmie, Jolteon, Kyurem, Bronzong, Rhydon, Mienshao, Togetic, Diggersby, and Dhelmise. Afonso took over for the Manchester Moals and Coach Jazz, who had to leave due to personal reason. And so he changed up his team a lot. And last time we took I believe it was a 2-0 victory versus Jazz. And so we hope to take another victory against Afonso this time. So, real quick, about his team, he has a super, and I mean super, offensive team. Not only physical, but special as well. It does leave him on the bit of, a weak defense point, but only specially from what I am seeing. His team is pretty fast. He has, great removals in Charizard Y, Starmie, I'm not sure if Bronzong gets, Rapid Spin, but if it does, that's cool. He also's got Togetic for Defog and Dhelmise as a Rapid Spinner as well, I believe. So here's our team. We have Flashfire, the Charizard X, running Flare Blitz, Earthquake, Dragon Claw, and Roost. Dragon Claw pretty much takes care of Kyurem. Flare Blitz for if Bronzong is Levitate, takes out Kartana. Jolteon for the Earthquake, and I believe Flare Blitz does have to a careful Togetic. Flare Blitz also takes care of the Dhelmise half the time. Next up, we've got a very interesting Mew, more defensive, Calm. That is actually what I meant by the Togetic, not careful, my bad. So Nova, running 200 HP, 52 special attack, just to do enough damage against, his ice type weaknesses like Diggersby, Dhelmise, Togetic. Stealth Rocks, because his team, whittled down by rocks, would be really good, especially Y. He's got Toxic for things like Togetic, Starmie, Kyurem if he's more defensive, and then Ice Beam for, again, most of his weaknesses. Next up, we are running a Scarf Shebe, because Scarf Shebe is the meta. With Seed Flare, Earth Power, Air Slash, Dazzling Gleam. In my defense, I don't think I should have ran Dazzling Gleam, but there was a Kyurem there. What do you expect? So this thing does get walled by Mega Charizard Y. However, it does pretty good damage to everything else. For example, it can two-shot Kartana. It can it can one-shot Starmie with Seed Flare. I believe it's either a 1 or 2 shot for Jolteon with Earth Power. If not special defensive, it can 2-shot Kyurem. Bronzong, if it's not Levitate, can be 2-shot. So everything here can either be 1-shot or 2-shot with this moveset. So I'm pretty proud of this moveset. Next up, we got Katsugu. More than likely just to disguise herself as either Charizard, Shaman, or Xurkitree, which I will get into in a sec. So, Dark Pulse for the Starmie, most mainly. Also for the Delmise. Oh, sorry. We've got Hidden Power Ice for the Diggersby, Togetic. Again, he has a big weakness to ice, so I just brought HP Ice. Now Grassnot was intended for Starmie and Rhydon. Mainly Rhydon, because Rhydon can do a huge chunk if it just sets up. And then we've got Focus Blast for the Kyurem. So might I add that this whole thing bodies Diggersby. Need to add that, by the way. So, it's used to pretty much disguise itself as Shaman if no one predicts that we're Scarf. If someone predicts that we're Life Orb, it could possibly be used for Peekaboo or for Wired Up. And maybe X, depending on if they see Life Orb. So next up, we've got Peekaboo, the Mimikyu, holding a red card and having Play Rough, Shadow Claw, Drain Punch, and Sword Stance. Basically, if we're in that situation where we're faster than an enemy, and we decide, okay, let's just Sword Stance up. If they try to set up, and then go for the, like, as long as they set up, I will set up. And if they attack me, that setup is gone, and we're free to sweep. So basically, Drain Punch for Diggsby, Kyurem, Rhydon. Why was I about to say Mienshao? Oof. That's what the Play Rough is for. Play Rough is for Mienshao, mainly. And then Shadow Claw for the Starmie. And the Bronzong, because Bronzong is a threat to Peekaboo here. And then finally, we got our boy Wired Up, the Xurkitree, running the Electrium Z. And sorry guys, just woke up. With Energy Ball, Tail Glow, HP Ice, and Electrium Z Thunderbolt. Now, a big thing about Electrium Z, main thing is get rid of that Togetic. Togetic or Mega Charizard Y. I didn't calc for Cortana, sadly. This set is actually pretty good. We don't have to worry about Starmie that much because we also have Energy Ball. But, Energy Ball also for the Rhydon. If we have to Z Thunderbolt for Mienshao, we will. But I don't see it being a big thing. So, anyways, with that being said, let's get on to the matchup. So, he doesn't bring Charizard Y, but instead brings Cortana. He brought the Jolteon, brought the Kyurem, brought Mienshao, and brought Diggsby, but brought Togetic over Delmise, which I thought was interesting. So, let me turn that music off. There we go. So, with that being said, I see that he doesn't really have a big defogger unless he's carrying it on Togetic. And so I decide to just start off with the Stealth Rocks. So he Volt Switch into the Kyurem. And I just decide to Stealth Rock. And so I'm gonna fasten this up. I go for the Toxic, he goes for the Sub, and now that I'm faster and I got the Sub up, or I got the Toxic up, he got the Sub up, we're perfectly fine. So he goes for the Dragon Pulse. I just intend to sack this thing and get the substitute out of here. Of course, I see now that the Sub is basically a 2-shot. Wait, did I run Psychic? Self-Rock, Toxic. Huh. Okay, apparently I was running Psychic too. My bad. So I see that Ice Beam does a lot, and I just want him to sack me off. That way I can go right into my Shaman and I can knock this thing out with an Earth Power. I didn't realize yeah. So, he switched out, or I switch out. He gets the Roost off. I go into Charizard, hit him with the Flare Blitz. Flare Blitz is a whole lot, and he decides to Encore. I decide to take out the Togetic with Flare Blitz, which means no more defog. He reveals that he is Scarf, and I have to go into this thing and try to destroy it. This miss, a bit huge, but he avoids the attack, so that's fine. I gotta teach Shebe how to learn Seed Flare. Or hit Seed Flares, that is. He goes for the Roost. I go for the Swords Dance. He subs, and this is perfectly fine. I Swords Dance again. He Toxics. That's again fine. I try to just get rid of the sub. He goes into Diggersby, and a huge misplay on him, because I get a lot of HP back. And here comes Mienshao. He goes for the U-turn. I show up my red card, and there goes Hussar, the Kyurem. So honestly, I would have liked it if this thing would have came in, because then we could have truly swept. But it's fine. So Earth Power. Another thing though is that he shows that he is Scarf at that point. Actually, no, it wasn't truly noticeable, since in every situation Mienshao outspeeds a non-scarfed Mimikyu. Sorry. And so I just decided to go for the Earth Power. I feel like if I missed a Seed Flare, it would have screwed the game over. And so we're here. He hits a high jump kick, and I go for the Earth Power. Does half. I go into Wired Up, or I go into Katsugu actually, just to sack it off, hope for a miss. And if he doesn't miss, it's over. And then he misses. And so that is the game. We officially clinched playoffs for the first time since, I believe, FPL Season 3, I believe. And a big accomplishment for me, to be honest. But until then, we're gonna probably meme out. We're gonna bring, like, if we have, let's say we have Crobat coming in, we're gonna bring Zubat or something like that. But a good game. I honestly think that some of his plays were a bit confusing, like going into Diggersby. Unless he just tried to sack something off. But yep, that's the game it is. So I want to thank you all for enjoying, or if you enjoyed this, please hit that like button down below. If you want to see more content like this, please subscribe, because your support is appreciated. And until next time, where we face Dante, and I forgot what his team was called, but until then, peace out, Mikuins.